Hi everyone. Today, this is a video about Dieffenbachia or dumb cane in water culture. So, um, for this is of course one of the more popular houseplant, and this is actually one of the few that you can do full water culture. So for here, as you can see, I have three of my Dieffenbachia here, and all of them are I'm growing them in full water culture. That means their roots are completely submerged in water, no soil or any other thing, just in water. And this is not just for propagation, but I mean I'm just uh, putting them in water the whole time. I'm not taking them out of their jars. Of course, I have a big Dieffenbachia. If you've seen my other video, that one I leave that in soil. So actually, this big one, is actually from the same pod as the large Dieffenbachia. It came with two separate plants, so I separate them, and I put the bigger one, the slightly bigger one. I just leave it in its original pod with soil. One reason is because I want to try different things. Like I want to keep one in soil and keep one in water to see what's gonna happen. And again, I don't have. Another reason is that I don't have a big enough glass jar for the bigger one, so I'm only doing one. This is also kind of like an experiment, but actually, I kind of know already it would work because like these two small one here, smaller one I would say. Actually, I have them for like over like several months already, and in these past few months, they are completely in water, full water culture. So, I mean, after a few months, they grow bigger in size, and they are doing very well. So, I mean, it already proves that Dieffenbachia is completely doable in full water culture. And actually, I'm surprised that I found almost no, I saw none, zero YouTube videos that is about doing water culture on Dieffenbachia. I mean, um, all the other videos that I've seen a lot. They are about, like, I've seen some for peace lilies and pothos, of course, a very popular one, and maybe some other ones, but I haven't seen one that is about the Dieffenbachia. I mean, I've seen a video about propagation. You cut the, let's say you cut the stem and you put in water, but that is only for propagation, but not for in growing the plant completely in water culture. So yeah, I'm a little bit surprised. The even more surprising is that, based on my experience, the Dieffenbachia is actually, I mean, among the three plants that I just mentioned, so Dieffenbachia, peace lily, and pothos, Dieffenbachia is actually the best plant out of these three plants to do water culture. I mean, I have the least problems um, of doing water culture. I mean, peace lily, they're fine, but I mean, actually, here's one here doing water culture. Um, but as you can see, yeah, there's a few root rot. So this is just no problem, no hassle, uh, no root rot so far whatsoever. The peace lily is like, yeah, you need to pay a lot of spend a lot of time taking care of it. Checking the water, checking the roots all the time. And if you're not lucky, you can get a lot of root rots. Um, and then the pothos, I mean, yeah, same. I mean, you can watch my other video. But they're easy. They I would say PCD is the worst among the three in water culture, but it's still doable. Pothos is the second. Um, I still have a few. root rot in povos. I mean, um, yeah, you just have to make sure you check the water, change out the water once in a while. But the Dieffenbachia is like no problem at all. Like I don't even have to change the water. But I would still recommend changing it once a week, like maybe once a month. But no problem so far. As you can see here, the roots are all white. So Dieffenbachia has a very white um, roots. So yeah, as you can see, no root rot, very healthy, and it's very white, way whiter than the ones in peace lily. Peace lily is more like yellow or brown or even dark. Um, but yeah, and this one, same thing. I have them for months already. No root rot, very healthy. Um, and yeah, very white. I mean, white roots means, of course, no root rot. Root rot would not be white. Extremely healthy. Um, yeah, this is the perfect plant to, if you want to do water culture, this is almost the perfect plant, the house plant. And then, yeah, I would rather do that than put it in soil because I don't want soil in my room. And soil is messy. It may have bugs inside or whatever, bacteria. And you have to water it. This one, you don't even water it. You don't have to. It doesn't drink a lot of water. But I don't have to refill the water. Like, for this amount, like it will be good for like maybe even 2 months. You don't have to add any more water. Compared to the peace lily, it drinks a lot more water, and they droop when you don't water it or there's not enough water. But this one is a lot more. You're not as thirsty as the peace lily. Yeah, you basically it's like no maintenance at all. You can just fill in water like that, and in 2 months, 3 months, you're on vacation. You don't have to water it at all. Basically zero maintenance if you do that, and no mess, and it's easy to carry around too. Like if you want to carry, like if a pot with soil is hard to carry in your car, it's gonna make a mess when you make a turn or if you stop, whatever. Here it's just water. Even if you spill, it's just water. Or even better, you can just dump all the water. Just have the empty glass. The plant wouldn't die, as long as it's not over a few days. But yeah, I'm very surprised that even the big ones with such thick roots, but still the roots is so white. It's like I never seen roots that white before. Um, I was so surprised because this plant used to be in soil, and once I removed the soil, the roots is so white. It's like so clean. I mean, it's hard to see from the camera, but yeah, this is very white. Like I'm surprised. Those are like this one is like small roots still, compared to this one, but this one is just you can see it's very white. And some turn a little bit green. I heard that I might do another video on that about my PCD. One of my PCD have green roots. The roots turn green. This is because they only turn green when you do water culture, especially in a glass jar. Well, but the reason is because of light or sunlight, whatever light, they turn green, which is very like eye catching and striking. But yeah, as you can see, this is quite a big Dieffenbachia. This is over 2 feet tall, almost 3 feet. Not exactly 3 feet, like 2.5 feet maybe. But like you just can see, it's so white and so healthy and so thick. Like I never see anything like that before. And this is came right out from the soil. Yeah, it's very healthy. It doesn't have any root rot. The key here is to make sure you change out the water once in a while. But I mean, Dieffenbachia, I guess you don't have to change as frequent as peace lily. Peace lily, like you might have to change it like every 2 or 3 days. Um, and then another key is make sure you remove as much soil as possible. You don't want to have much soil in it because it will, make it will pollute the water. And as you know, the soil may include, bugs, bacteria, fungus, whatever, uh, it's gonna have a higher chance of to have root rot if you have soil in the water, so you don't want that. You just want to have pure water. Actually, I even use, I don't really, I don't have a preference. Like some people, they say use distilled water or purified water, but here I just use tap water. It doesn't matter to this plant. I mean, I've been using tap for a long time. Doesn't seem to have a problem. It saves you some money, you don't have to have use the filter water or whatever distilled water, the expensive. Just use the tap water, and there you go. It's very very neat. Water culture, hands down, is so much cooler than planting in soil. So if I have any plant that can do water culture, I will do it right away. Um, but yeah, highly recommend. It's so cool. It's so hassle free. You don't have to worry about watering. Um, and it's so neat and tidy, no mess, easy to carry or transport. And of course, the best of all is it's just cool. It looks like a science experiment. Like, just look at that. It's like something, put a plant in a jar, and you can see the roots. It's so cool. I mean, just looking at a plant is, I think, is not enough. You just have to see the roots. This is the best part of having plants, is like looking at the roots. And then um yeah, and it is one way. Also another way to to check if the plant is in a healthy state. Because you just look at it, you don't even have to take it out. Any the one key way, one main way to check on the plant's health is to look at the roots. Very simple. Even the leaf, yellowing, it doesn't mean it's not healthy or anything. Sometimes it's normal. And sometimes it has root rot, but it doesn't reflect on the leaves yet. But this way you can tell right away if something wrong with your plant. If you're planting in soil, there's no way you can see the roots. You don't know what's going on. Sometimes it's always too late to discover root rot. you know like the peace lily, you wouldn't know. It just droop. Root rot, if it has root rot, it will just droop. And many people think it's just you don't water enough, and then they do the opposite of putting more and more water. So it's just making the situation worse. But doing water culture, yeah, you can find it right away if it has root rot or anything happen to the roots. So I highly recommend it. I don't know why so few people do that. It's just so cool, to look at the roots. So much benefits. I mean, the only thing is that, yeah, you have to buy a glass jar, but whatever. I almost never buy any. This is just a coffee, for instant coffee. Yeah, those are for, I don't know. Those came with, it's just a food container. I don't even have to buy it, separately. So anyway, thanks for watching and have a nice day.